Happy Friday. It's March 21st, 2025. Welcome to another episode of Cup of Cyber, where we bring you the latest insights and updates from the cybersecurity world. We've got some pressing topics to discuss today, so let's get right to it. Our first story highlights a concerning trend where cyber criminals are exploiting YouTube to distribute malware. Recent reports indicate that videos promoting game cheats are being used to spread a previously undocumented stealer malware known as Arcane. This campaign primarily targets Russian-speaking users, but could easily target other groups. The attack starts with YouTube videos sharing links to password-protected archives. Once opened, these archives execute batch files that use PowerShell to retrieve additional malicious payloads. Arcane is designed to extract a wide array of information, including login credentials, credit card data, and cookies from various browsers. It also harvests account information from VPN clients, gaming platforms, and network utilities. So how do you protect yourself? First off, if you're tempted to download a game cheat or mod from an unverified source, just don't. Cyber criminals know how to bait victims with these kinds of downloads. Instead, stick to legitimate gaming platforms and official modding communities. Also, having solid antivirus and anti-malware software running in the background can catch threats before they cause damage. And don't forget to keep your system updated. Software patches might feel like a chore, but they're often the only thing standing between you and an exploit. In our next story, the China-linked Advanced Persistent Threat Group known as Aquatic Panda has been linked to a global espionage campaign targeting 7 organizations over a 10-month period in 2022. The victims include governments, NGOs, and think tanks across Taiwan, Hungary, Turkey, Thailand, France, and the United States. Aquatic Panda, active since at least 2019, used various malware families, including ShadowPad and SodaMaster, to infiltrate and gather intelligence from targeted entities. This highlights the ongoing risks posed by state-sponsored cyber actors. Defending against this level of sophistication isn't easy, but there are steps you can take. A good starting point is network segmentation. Think of it as closing doors inside your network so that if attackers get in, they can't roam freely. It's also a smart move to engage in regular threat hunting exercises. If you're actively looking for signs of intrusion, you stand a much better chance of stopping an attack early. And let's not forget security awareness training. Teaching your team to recognize phishing emails and social engineering tactics is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to prevent that initial compromise. Recent findings from Kaspersky reveal a collaboration between 2 threat activity clusters, codenamed Head Makar and 12, targeting Russian entities. Head Makar has been observed using tools and command and control servers previously associated with 12, suggesting joint campaigns between these groups. The attackers have been exploiting known vulnerabilities in Microsoft Exchange Server and using phishing emails with malicious attachments. They've also deployed tools like Cobint and Phantom Jitter to maintain persistence and execute remote commands on compromised servers. To protect against these kinds of attacks, start with the basics. Keep your systems patched and up to date. Many of these breaches happen because organizations delay updates, leaving security holes wide open. Another key step is keeping an eye on your network traffic. If something seems off, like unusual data transfers, you'll want to investigate immediately. Lastly, be mindful of user permissions. Now, not everyone in your organization needs full access to everything. The less access a user has, the less damage an attacker can do if that account gets compromised. Last, there have been reports of active exploitation attempts against 2 critical vulnerabilities in Cisco's smart licensing utility, identified as CVE202420439 and CVE202420440. These vulnerabilities, initially disclosed in September, involve a static credential issue and an information disclosure flaw. Exploiting them could allow attackers to remotely access affected devices, posing significant risks to organizations using Cisco products. If your organization uses Cisco's smart licensing utility, now's the time to act. First, check whether the service is even necessary. If you don't need it running, disabling it removes the risk entirely. If you do need it, make sure you've applied all the latest patches from Cisco. That's your best defense. And don't forget to keep an eye on your logs. Monitoring for any suspicious activity can help catch attackers before they do real damage. And that's all for today's episode of Cup of Cyber. Remember to stay informed, stay vigilant, and prioritize cybersecurity in all your endeavors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our podcast for the latest updates. For more details on today's stories, check out the links in the show notes. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay secure.